Hey guys, Untap Your Go here, and today I am playing Omnath in 2020 Standard. That's right, finally getting to it. 4-color Omnath in 2020 Standard. This card is ridiculous, this deck is insane. So, I'll be honest, I'm missing a few cards. It's not even optimized. It still functions perfectly. Like, if you have all 4 copies of Escape to the Wilds, highly recommend playing them. Me, honestly, I can get away with 1 and it's fine. Turntimber Symbiosis, same thing. If you have all 4, play them. I only have 2. Shatterskull Smashing, if you have all 4, play them. I have 3. So, even with not having the deck fully optimized, mana base and all, like I'm still missing 2 of the green-red pathway. And with all that being said, and the 4th copy of Genesis Ultimatum, the deck still, it is so broken. It is completely unfair against anybody who's trying to play the game of Magic fairly. If you're trying to do something simple by playing creatures and just getting in for damage and doing basic things, you're never going to beat this deck. This deck goes wide, it goes big, it hits face, it combos off pretty well, it dumps this entire, you can dump the entire deck into play very easily. Drawing 5 with this is insane. You can deal with your opponent's creatures, you're generating an absurd amount with Lotus Cobra. Tangled Florahedron is a mana dork that also comes in as a land, so between all these DFCs, we're never missing our land drops. And we have Ruin Crab for an alternative win condition for mill. So this deck can just kind of beat our opponent from every angle. So I highly recommend giving this deck a try. If you have the cards to optimize it, definitely give it a shot with that. If otherwise, this is perfect. Like, it's fine. It works perfectly fine. So I'll leave a link to the deck in the description if you guys feel like checking it out and giving it a try. And let's take it into some games and see how we do. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you do, please consider that like in the comment, as well as subscribe and the bell for notifications to stay up to date with all the content. And I will see you guys in the wrap up. Alright, we're on the draw. Our hand's a little awkward. Could fetch for the blue turn 1. We're not going to have the triple blue for the Genesis Ultimatum anytime soon, though. I'm not going to mulligan. This is a little bit better, but also the same problem. Now we just have nothing but tap lands. I still think we have to take it, though. Another Fabled Passage. Kind of hurts. Alright, well, our opponent seems to be on red, so I'm going to fetch for the red source so I can hold up Spikefield Hazard. In case I need to kill something. And that's a perfect thing to want to kill for sure. Let's just blow that up really quick. Play this for the green source. Alright. Seems we're in the mirror match and our opponent has a better start than we do. Killing their Cobra definitely helped, though. This turn would have been explosive otherwise. Alright, we have a Cobra of our own. Let's see if our opponent has a Spikefield shot of their own. I think now, at this point, I grab blue source. Add a second green. Then I'll play my second Lotus Cobra. If we draw planes, we can play Omnath before we play the Tangled Florahedron to get more value out of it. Otherwise, whatever land that we draw, hopefully, our Cobra will still get us there unless our opponent kills both. Hey, you gotta kill the Cobra. I ain't mad at it. Alright, Ruin Crab for us isn't terrible. Go ahead and play ourselves with the Ruin Crab. Can't afford to miss my land drop. Helping our opponent out for their Uro a little bit. Opponent's thinking long and hard about this crab. Which, like, are we playing like on the back of it? What is this that we're on top of? I see legs moving in water and stuff in the background, very faintly. Like, are we playing Magic on top of this thing? Or on top of something else? Oh, is this that 017 guy? That's probably what it is. I think that's, yeah, that makes more sense. Not even paying attention to what my opponent's doing. They're just playing solitaire. Not enough clickables though on this map. Opponent's making a copy of their land. Interesting. Okay. So we're gonna have to play our Dryad. Next turn we can get Omnath. If our Dryad lives a turn, then we can cast Omnath, and then we might be able to start generating some value. Opponent looks like they went digging. Spend a 4-mana copy target permanent, copy a temple. We're definitely looking. Maybe they just ran out of resource. Like, they used all their resources early on to deal with the Cobras, so now they're kind of just lagging behind a little bit. And our opponent's actually missing their double green, so they can't Uro either. Ooh, okay, so Radha, leaving with 2 mana. I would have to bank on ripping 2 lands off top. I don't want to do that. That's really good. That helps. Okay. Now we can pass. Our opponent attacks, we're just going to eat the 8. Yep. Cobra off the top. Let's see what we have on top of our library first. Not a land. That's awkward. Our opponent doesn't... I don't think the opponent has the mana to do it, right? 3, 6, 5. I'm actually not going to attack. It's not worth it. We can just start getting lands. It's going to pop off really quickly. For that, I'm going to have to block. Alright, Crab. I think you've done your job. Take another 8. Not another land. Come on. That's crazy. Alright. Now we have to start making trades. That feels really bad. Yep. Unless I have another land in hand that can't activate the Radha this turn. Trade the Radha. Show me a land. The best land. Okay. Back in business. Add a blue. Can I play this? I can only play it as the land though, right? It's fine. Blue. Grab a weight source. Get another Dryad, which is just super uncomfortable. Can't attack with that Radha, that's awkward too. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They don't have the mana. I'm gonna start getting in with my Omnath here. Yeah, that makes that really awkward because I could have traded my Radha with theirs. I might throw both of my Dryads under the bus, under the Bone Crusher, just to because I have this one on top. This is getting stressful because the more turns I keep giving we keep giving each other, the yeah. Wow, my opponent gives up. Oh my god. Wow. I was really starting to get like terrified there. They could have pulled some hat trick. I don't know. These decks are crazy. I make crazy turnarounds. What a game. All right, we're on the play. And this hand seems fine. Go ahead and play our Ruin Crab. Alright, my island's just a little flashier than theirs, so we have just slightly a better start, but not by much. Alright, so our opponent's on the mill plan. Like, that's their deck. Interesting. Double Crab is good. Alright, so we need to like combo off on a turn before they actually get to... Well, that's annoying. I don't want to just Euro here. Do the crab. Let's see. Opponent put 2 of our Uros in the grave for us. And they just keep focusing on the crab. That's fine. So I had to unsummon the Lotus Cobra too. I can just Uro. Doesn't seem terrible. Makes my mana really bad though. Alright, well, we found our red source. Or at least we found a red source. Madden and Cacophony is pretty good. We're down to 22. This is pretty scary. Ooh, should have attacked first. Grab our void source. Add another red. We're still just like a few mana shy too from being able to Shatterskull both crabs. You have to do something about them though. If I'd attacked with Uro first, I might have had a chance after combat. So let's see, hold on. 2 each. It's just not enough. Do I kill one? Yeah, I have to just kill one. Oh my god, I really have to use all the mana too. That's even worse. Okay. We didn't hit a land anyway. It's not looking great. We're at 16. Well, good thing I didn't have Teferi's Tutelage, but they probably have us next turn. Okay, how do we win from here? Start off by, I think, playing a Lotus Cobra. Let's go to combat. I think they have another unsummon, but they're letting me get the attack. I guess they want me to get the draw. Yeah, that makes sense. That's good, but that's still not a land. If I draw a land off of Omnath, then maybe. Nope. Alright. Well, this is it. This is the turn. This is close. Okay, tutelage is pretty good. Really sucks there's not a way to shuffle your grave anymore. Like, now that they made mill actually competitive, it, you know, right at the same time clear the line and all that stuff rotates out, like Looming Shaman and all. Here, I'm down to 3 cards. Just not much I think I can do about this. Yeah, I think opponent got me. I mean, I can try to mill them in some crazy combo turn. Alright, well, let's see. We don't need the white anymore. Let's go ahead and play our Uro. We hit a land. Man, this doesn't even matter. Oh, I have the green and the red. Play Radha. Last card's a land. Give our opponent the good game. I'm never mad when I lose to mill. They deserve it. They deserve it. Opponent's on the play and our hand is pretty slow. Probably gonna send this one back. This hand's a lot better. I guess we put back the ultimatum. Opponent starts off with Temple of Plenty, so they might be Selesnya counters. Maybe the enchant deck. Constellation, I mean. We got a Fabled Passage that works pretty well with our crab. Yep, so it's the counters deck. So we have our red source, our white source, and we can have our green sources this way. So I don't need to play the Turntimber Symbiosis just yet. I don't plan on utilizing the mana for anything else this turn, so I think I'm just going to start off by milling my opponent, dwindle the resources a little bit, and grab the green. No attacks. We've hit quite a few things. Oh, that's an interesting card for the deck. I never considered. I have a green-white Selesnya token or a counters deck that I'm testing with as well. Never thought of a Swarm Shambler. That's a pretty cool one. Oran Reef Ooze for our opponent. Our creatures are getting big, and they're getting big fast. We are 2 turns away from Omnath, so we're gonna hold up the passage. Actually, I'm not gonna use the passage until I get Omnath into play first. So I'll go ahead and play this for the mountain. Mill our opponent out some more. We're about to take a pretty heavy hit this turn. That's pretty huge. Alright, so it's 12 damage. I can really afford to take that, but yeah, we're gonna take it. Pretty much dead either way. Shatterskull is not gonna do any smashing anytime soon. Go ahead and play our Omnath. We're just dead, pretty much. A good game, our opponent. A really slow start. Do we still have a shot? Grab the red. Doesn't kill anything. Oh no, we're getting all 4 colors. Right. Choose red. And that'll give me a Shatterskull Smashing for 3. Still nothing. Still can't do anything with this. Yep. Alright. On to the next one. Alright. Opponent's on the play. In between games, I actually added a few copies of Cultivate. I kept running into issues where I was drawing no lands. Even with playing all the DFCs, I was kind of blown away. So out of frustration, I decided to add the Cultivate just to make the rest of this recording process a little bit more enjoyable. And I mean, this hand seems weird. Triple blue is really killing me with this Genesis Ultimatum. This hand's better anyway. Go ahead and put back Shatterskull Summit. Alright, I'm gonna play with nothing. Play out our Turntimber. Ray Dragon? Oh, dang. Alright. This is about playing stuff on our opponent's turn. That's interesting. I need this to be the red. I guess I could make... Alright, well I'll make... This is tough. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna make it red. I want to get the crab down, but I also want to make sure I can get Radha down first before I cultivate. Because then I can play the lands off the top and stuff, and then if I brick, I can just cultivate them away. The non-lands to the bottom or whatever. The Mischievous Chimera for our opponent. So go ahead and get a Radha down. What mana spell you playing, bud? Chalk? Okay. Alright, opponent with the Yari Ruins. No blue off the top. We don't have a lot of turns left to deal with these guys. I think we go ahead and grab our second red source and our blue source. Put the red source into play. Ugin off the top is not anything close to what we need. We're nowhere near that. I'm gonna have to shuffle that away. And I'll grab another green source. Genesis Ultimatum off the top's not terrible, but we don't have the blue for it. And we can't block, so we might as well attack. Is that just lethal? Are we just gonna die? One more turn. If I can live to see one more turn. I guess I'm probably just dead anyway. Put me down to 2. And then I'm dead to whatever spell they play on my turn. Or they can just get back shock and kill me. Alright, good game, opponent. Alright. We are on the play with a decent hand. Go ahead and start with the crab. We're gonna go ahead and pay the 3. Get down our Tangled Florahedron. Well, I'm just completely blanking on Magic today. Oh my god, this is not my day. I promise this deck is really good. I'm not good at Magic right now. Well, that just set me back a whole turn. For our opponent. Second crab's actually pretty good for us. Go ahead and use this passage to actually grab another blue for our Uro. Or I could play Cultivate here. I think I'll actually play Cultivate. So I'll grab the white source. Cultivate, grab ourselves our... Yeah, grab ourselves a second green. Grab ourselves another blue. Go ahead and pass it up. I mean, the Ruin Crab might just get us there. Even with that huge, even with that misplay and buying myself a turn. And given that our opponent's game plan is the same as ours, they're going to be drawing cards, and that, yeah, so that's just going to help us out. Thanks, man. Kind of 23 cards. All right, so go ahead, play the first Uro. And there's second Uro. No, I'm not. Okay, well, I'm not this fine. And it's down to 16 cards. We're still at a very healthy 44. So even if they were to get down a Ruin Crab of their own, we're still in pretty good shape. Genesis Ultimatum is pretty good for our opponent. Much better for us, though. They just drew like 6 cards from the top of their library for us. Dude, keep thinning, man. Keep doing it. No attacks. Or no blocks. Alright, well that's a good way to turn around my misery in the last few losses that I've had. So last game, had a very, very, very bad string of luck this entire time. So see if we can try to end it on a win. So we at least can have a few wins under our belt. Alright, so I guess it really doesn't matter else. I'll keep this as a mana dork instead of a land this game. Another Tangled Florahedron. Double Ultimatum is a little awkward. We're nowhere near that. Maybe we can actually cast it this game. That'd be cool. Our opponent seems to be passing. Oh, Sultai. Play this as a blue source. See if they have the counter spell. Alright, opponent lets it stick. Get our second land. Okay, at least we got a little bit of value out of it. They let us get another land into play. It's good enough. Alright, opponent, what you got? Okay. Opponent decides to wish. Wishes for a Shark Typhoon. Alright, so now we got a race at Shark Typhoon. Getting the land definitely helps us. Our opponent's ramping up into something. I got Shark Typhoon on the following turn. They might even be able to go for an Ugin potentially. That's not good for us. I guess if we draw a land it is. Alright, Shark Typhoon for our opponent. Not a land. Well, if our Dryad lives to see another turn, then we can at least play Omnath. I don't think it's going to. Opponent makes some seriously long turns. Well, they held up magic. They held up mana, so the odds are they have counter magic. Okay, well, we get our draw. Opponent's thinking about killing it. Yep. Still helps us. it's tapped, I'll add a red. You could play a Radha. Ooh, Escape to the Wilds off the top, that's really good for us. Alright, our opponent's got a lot of removal. There's a lot of flying sharks in the air. 'Tis the season for some sharks. La 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 la. Oh, I can Genesis Ultimatum. That's most likely just the better play unless they counter it. It's not a bad hit. Murder Strider for our opponent. So I can get 3, I would have 4 mana total. Not enough cards in the grave. So I'll have an enter tapped. And the color mana doesn't matter. Could play this. Actually, it really wouldn't mattered. I could have just Genesis Ultimatumed. Actually gonna hold the Shatterskull Passing. I might be able to use that to clear the opponent's board. It only hits 2 creatures regardless, huh? That's kind of whack. If it at least hit players or something and didn't have the doubling clause, it'd be fine. Okay. Ruin Crab for us. Get another Genesis Ultimatum. We can play the crab first. Escape to the Wilds first. Play our other crab. Maximize on this mill. So add green, green, blue. This might just be game. So our opponent has a way to interact and they're just slow balling us. blue, blue, red. And then now it doesn't matter what we grab, so I'll do green, green, blue, when I inevitably can get my Uro back. Oh my god. Yeah, good game, opponent. Well, I got my wish. I got to ask for a nice victory to finish us off with, and what better way to just watch everything explode onto the board. See, this deck has power. It has power. With our opponent down to 17. We might be milling them for over 40 cards in one turn. That's fine. So it doesn't matter what we grab. Now I'll just play our other grab. Actually, I'm just gonna keep stockpiling green and blue mana so I can go through my Uros too. Play the crab. Oh. Oh no. No attacks. Why did I do that? Well, now I'm just really banking on hitting the land. Never punished. That was scary. I almost just punted that. Oh man. I really need to focus more. Get ourselves our double blue. I don't care what we exile, except that. No. Yes. There we go. And I can still play this as a land. Unless I'm completely out of land drops. Good game, my opponent. Yes. Yes. Hey guys, welcome back with the wrap up, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I know it was a struggle probably to enjoy some of the content, given that I lost a considerable amount today. Definitely not my day. But overall, the deck is crazy. It's very obvious. When it goes, it goes. It feels virtually impossible to stop, but I will admit the mana is more clunky than it was in original testing. I think that not playing the Triomes or the Temples probably was a mistake. I just didn't want to rely on a whole bunch of tap lands because all the DFCs come into play tapped as it is. So with that in mind, Definitely Escape to the Wilds. I loved it. If I could see it more often, I would. If I had all 4 copies, I would play it. Highly recommend it. Turntimber I didn't get to use very well, and Shatterskull, I'm honestly not sure how I feel about this card the more I look into it, because even getting twice X doesn't matter, because it's not like you can wipe the board, which is what I would want to use it for. Pick off a bunch of small creatures or something, but you can still kill 2 giant creatures for 8 mana, which doesn't seem all that great, honestly. But Omnath, the real MVP, gets things done. Radha, Dryad, same thing. Ruin Crab won me pretty much every game today. And honestly, I think that's a good... I think the Crab is what needs to be here moving forward. Like, honestly, the Crab is standard. I'm very adamant about this Crab. I think it's probably one of the best cards in the format right now. And definitely don't let it mislead you. This little 0-3, man, packs a punch. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave that like and comment down below, as well as subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And feel free to check the link down below as well, again, to have a link to the deck and try it out yourselves and see how you guys do in the arena. And I hope you guys enjoy. That's it. That's everything. Guys, have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.